Think you know Greece? Most travelers imagine the iconic blue domes of Santorini, the ancient ruins of Athens, or the lively nightlife of Mykonos. But beyond these famous destinations lies another Greece, a land of quiet fishing villages, remote mountain landscapes, and untouched islands that remain hidden from the tourist crowds. Today, we're going on a journey to discover 10 incredible hidden gems that reveal a completely different side of this beautiful country. Our first stop is the Zagori Villages in the Epirus region of northern Greece. Scattered across lush mountains, these 46 stone-built villages are connected by centuries-old arched bridges, many of which still stand strong today. Life here moves at a slower pace. You might see an old man tending his goats, women baking bread in wood-fired ovens, or children playing in the village square. The Vikos Gorge, one of the deepest canyons in the world, cuts dramatically through the landscape, offering hiking trails with breathtaking views. In spring, wildflowers blanket the hillsides, while in autumn the forests turn gold and crimson. It's a place where the air is fresh, the nights are quiet, and the traditions are still alive. From the mountains, we travel to Symi Island in the Dodecanese. Arriving by boat is unforgettable. The pastel-colored neoclassical houses rise from the harbor, stacked one above the other, their reflections dancing on the turquoise water. Symi has a charm that's different from the crowded Cycladic islands. Here, you can wander narrow lanes lined with bougainvillea, climb the famous Kali Strata steps to the old town, or take a small boat to a secluded bay where the only sound is the gentle splash of waves. The island is also famous for its tiny sweet Symi shrimp, best enjoyed fresh from a seaside taverna with a view of the harbor at sunset. Our journey continues north to Kastoria, a lakeside town embraced by rolling hills and mountains. The calm waters of Lake Orestiada mirror the surrounding scenery, from the deep greens of summer to the fiery reds and golds of autumn and the snowy stillness of winter. Kastoria is known for its Byzantine churches, fur-making heritage, and peaceful promenade where swans glide past in the early morning mist. The town's old mansions tell stories of wealth from the fur trade, while small museums preserve its long history. Whether you visit in the warmth of summer or the crisp chill of winter, Kastoria offers a timeless beauty. Heading south, we find Monemvasia, a medieval fortress town in the Peloponnese hidden behind a massive rock. From the mainland, you might not even see it. The town is concealed from view, connected by a narrow causeway. Step through the old stone gate, and you're in another era. Narrow cobblestone streets twist between stone houses. Archways lead to tiny squares, and the scent of baked bread drifts from small cafes. Climbing up to the castle ruins rewards you with sweeping views of the Aegean Sea, especially at sunset when the water glows with shades of gold and orange. Staying here overnight is like sleeping inside a living museum. Next, we sail to Naxos, the largest island in the Cyclades. Unlike its glamorous neighbors Mykonos and Paros, Naxos offers a more authentic Greek island experience. Its beaches stretch for kilometers, soft golden sand, clear shallow waters, and space to breathe. The island's landmark, the Portara, is a massive marble doorway that stands alone, gazing out to sea, the remains of an unfinished temple from ancient times. Beyond the coast, mountain roads wind through olive groves to traditional villages, where locals gather in shaded squares, sipping coffee and talking for hours. Naxos is also known for its incredible food, creamy cheeses, sweet potatoes, and fresh seafood prepared in simple but perfect ways. In central Greece lies Meteora, famous for its monasteries perched on towering rock pillars. But away from the main tourist spots, you'll find smaller, less visited monasteries that feel almost hidden in the cliffs. Visiting early in the morning is magical. The mist swirls around the stone columns. The sound of bells drifts across the valley, and you might be the only visitor in sight. These sacred places have stood for centuries, built by monks seeking solitude and connection to something greater. The silence here is as powerful as the view. We then head to Lefkada, an island connected to the mainland by a narrow bridge. While many visitors flock to the famous Porto Katsiki beach, the real treasures are the hidden stretches of coastline like Egremni and Kathisma. These beaches are reached by winding roads and long staircases, but the reward is worth it. Turquoise waters, white cliffs, and a feeling of having discovered your own private paradise. On calm days, the sea is so clear you can see the sand ripple beneath the surface. Stay for the sunset when the cliffs catch fire in the last light of the day. The Pelion Peninsula, located between the Aegean Sea and the Pagasetic Gulf, is a place where mountains meet the sea in perfect harmony. Stone villages cling to forested slopes, connected by old mule paths that are now hiking trails. In spring, the hillsides explode with wildflowers, while autumn paints the forests in warm shades of amber and red. Down by the coast, hidden coves offer crystal-clear waters for swimming and kayaking. Pelion is a destination for those who want variety. Hiking in the morning, a swim in the afternoon, and a dinner of freshly caught fish in the evening. Amorgos Island is one of the most dramatic in the Cyclades. The cliffs here drop steeply into the deep blue sea, and the wind carries the scent of wild herbs. The monastery of Hosoviotisa, clinging to the cliffside, is a masterpiece of architecture and faith. Inside, cool stone corridors lead to small rooms where monks have lived for generations. Outside, the views stretch endlessly over the Aegean. The island's hiking trails connect small villages, windmills, and remote bays. Perfect for travelers who want to lose themselves in nature. Our final hidden gem is the Prespa Lakes, shared between Greece, Albania, and North Macedonia. This remote area is a haven for wildlife. Pelicans, herons, and dozens of other bird species make their home here. Traditional wooden boats still glide across the water, carrying fishermen to and from their nets. Small islands in the lake are home to centuries-old churches, their frescoes faded but still beautiful. Life here is slow and quiet, shaped by the rhythms of nature and the seasons. Spring and autumn are the ideal times to explore these hidden gems. The weather is mild, the crowds are small, and the landscapes are at their most colorful. Renting a car will give you the freedom to explore at your own pace, while ferries connect many of the islands. Greece is full of wonders beyond its famous postcards, and perhaps your next adventure lies among these hidden treasures. You'll find all links and travel tips in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to Voyager Guide TV for more hidden gems from around the world.